Yes, it's dark, it's late night. I'm not inside. I'm just outside drinking my Modelo. Excuse me, fresh off of work. This video, man, is probably one of the most important videos that I could ever make, man. Choose wisely. Think for yourself. Make mistakes. Learn from other people's mistakes, man. I know the whole cliche, a wise man, a smart man learns from his own mistakes, but the greatest man learns from other people's mistakes. Bro, that's absolutely never going to be not the truth, 110%. Now, my girl and I, this is about a year ago, we got into an argument, you know what I mean? And when people, not all people, get angry, get upset, they tend to say what they really feel. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. Me being one of those people, I don't say what I really feel when I'm angry at you. I'm just trying to hurt your feelings at that point. I could say the exact opposite of what I feel. Just as long as you got your feelings hurt. That's just how I get down. You know what I'm saying? But she was saying that I was a fake AN ass nigga because I give people advice and I don't take it. I don't practice what I preach. Listen, bro. The people that watch me are smart enough to accept the message and ignore the lifestyle of the messenger. Okay, to a certain extent. I'm not saying everybody because you have to be an exceptional thinker to do some shit like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people go off of that, well, you're not doing it, so why should I do it? You need to take your own advice. Yeah, I know I need to take my own advice at times, but I don't make videos for me, nigga. I make videos for you. If I was a crackhead, let me ask you this. If a crackhead came up to you and was like, hey, I'm real high off of crack, cocaine, never smoke crack, it's horrible for you, my lungs hurt all the time, I'm always coughing up crack, I lost my job, my family, teeth falling out, don't smoke crack. Are you gonna say, well, you smoke crack, why should I listen to you? Nigga, a crackhead is the best person to tell you don't smoke crack. So you're not gonna take advice from a crackhead that tells you not to smoke crack? What you gonna do? Go smoke some crack? Because a crackhead told you not to smoke crack? Well, you're not being authentic. You're not being congruent with your messages. You're not practicing what you preach. Okay, that's how little kids think, bro. If I tell you, look, oh, if you ask me, Aaron Moses, how do you boost your charisma? How do you boost your confidence? And I say, how much do you weigh? Okay, work out. What do you do? Oh, you play video games for 5 hours a day when you could be socializing for 5 hours a day. Maybe you should socialize. And I don't do those things. Nigga, that's still a good answer. That's still the truth. That's still backed by science. If I tell you, don't date a single mom, bro, or you could date them but don't commit, and you're like, well, your girlfriend has a child, nigga. If I know what I'm talking about, I know what I'm talking about. Don't look at my life. That's not wise, bro. That's not wise. The only thing you could do at that point is take the information, do the research, and apply it or don't apply it. Apply it because you're not doing anything anyway. If I tell you, work out, Aaron, do you work out? No, I don't work out every day, but I do work out. So why would I do that? Nigga, because it's why, because you do the research. I'm giving you the planting the seeds. Do you want to be like me or do you want to be like you? Take the information. I didn't patent this. I don't like I'll tell you, hey, meditate, do this, don't follow this path. It's easy, bro. It doesn't matter. There's nobody out here that's gonna get the same results as you in the first place, right? Nobody is living the exact life that you want. And if they are, then you need to reevaluate what you actually want. So people saying that I need to practice what I preach, I do understand that because I want to be an example. I can't tell you, I can, But if you're wise, if it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just like a crackhead told me when I was walking home from my McDonald's job when I was 17. He was like, how old are you? I told him I'm 17. So, oh, what school you go to? I said, I dropped out of school, bro. I dropped out of school. And the first thing he did was he gave me a look on his face like he wanted to cry. Then he recollected himself and he said, you need to go back to school. You're smart. Did I think in my 17-year-old mind, a crackhead telling me to go to school because I'm smart? Nigga, you not in school. You out here smoking crack. Did I say that? No. Now, I took his advice, but not because a crackhead told me to go to school. I went to school because I wanted to go to school. I was already planning on doing that. But I didn't say to myself, a crackhead telling me I need to go to school. You don't look happy. You don't look healthy. You're not in school. You don't look like you've gone to school. So why would I listen to you? If you really knew that going to school was the right thing to do, you would be doing it right now. Or you would have attempted to go to school. I didn't say, nigga, did you go to school? Okay, so why the fuck would you tell me to go to school? Bro, it's not about who's telling you. It's about the messenger. The message. It's not about the messenger. You have the world at your fingertips right now. If you use your rational, logical mind and you hear something, no matter who it comes from, no matter if it comes from Putin or Donald Trump, no matter if it comes from Hitler, no matter if it comes from your worst enemy, if it sounds like it's good advice, if it sounds like it makes sense, at least consider what I say. As it states in the Bible, consider what I say. Don't look at my life and do the exact opposite or just throw away the information because it's not coming from your favorite rapper. That's ignorant, bro. You should be able to get advice from a baby and run with it. If you really are looking to the skies for the answers to just come from God, I mean, that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But 9 times out of 10, that's not going to happen. So if I'm giving you some good game, I'm giving you some good advice, even though I'm not taking it, meditate on it, consider it. Just like I read in that 50 Cent book. It's 500 pages in this book, and I'm going to give you a lot of good information. I'm going to give you a lot of pointers. And I haven't wasted my time, and you haven't wasted your time if you at least learn one of these things and apply one of these things to your life. Am I 50 Cent? No. But at the end of the day, I'm not a dumbass. And the fact that you need somebody to live the life that you want for yourself first before you take their advice, that's ignorant, bro. You're living in ignorance. You need somebody to be your Jesus. You need somebody to be your daddy before you could take their advice. That's not wise. That's not smart. Nobody's going to be the perfect example of anything. And if they are, your standards are low. And you need more experience in life. Because nobody should be able to put on the display of the exact life that you want. Drake. Oh, Chris Brown. Or whoever y'all like these days. I don't know. But there's nobody out there that's living the life that I want to live to the T exactly. And even if a person might have 90% of what you want, that's still materials, bro. That's still a human being. You're still living in idolization. So I might be, even when I was homeless, living in a homeless shelter, I was still giving good information. Go back to those videos from 2018 when I was sitting outside in front of the train tracks. I was homeless as fuck. I was homeless. And if I didn't make it to that shelter at a certain time, I was sleeping my black ass outside. And I was still giving good advice, still saving people's lives, still helping people with their life. And those are the people that I look up to them, because we came on one accord with the fact that you don't have to live the perfect life. You don't even have to have a home to be able to give somebody good advice that could change their life. Everybody that watches these videos has more money than me right now, guaranteed. Even if you have $0.00, you still have more money than me. That's a fact. But at the end of the day, I want you to make the best decision for your life. That's why I give you the information. If I tell you, they say, hey, how should I do this? First of all, don't smoke cigarettes. Don't sit in the rain and smoke cigarettes. But aren't you doing that right now? Yeah, but I shouldn't have to explain myself, bro. Like, what? Why does somebody? I never got that. Just like being a hater, just like being jealous, just like being envious to the point of wanting to hurt somebody. I never understood that, bro. Never understood it. Never understood that. I never understood a lot of things, so I can't explain to somebody what it feels like to ignore somebody's information. It's not like, okay, if you say Aaron Moses, how do you make $1 million? That's something I for sure have to have done to be able to tell you an exact blueprint. I'm not giving you the exact blueprint on how to do everything. Aaron Moses, how do you stop smoking cigarettes? I smoke cigarettes right now, but I've quit. Not for years, but I knew that if I would have kept at whatever I was doing at that time, it would have been successful. How do you stop smoking weed? I stopped smoking weed. I can give you game on that. It's not conventional. That's something you have to experiment with. It's not gonna hurt you. You're not gonna go to the hospital. Aaron Moses, how do you gain muscle? I'm giving you information about the things I've tried, the things that have worked and the things that have not worked. I'm not sitting around with $100 in my bank account telling you how to become a millionaire. That's dumb. I wouldn't listen to I wouldn't listen to somebody that doesn't have $1 million in their bank account tell me how to get $1 million either, because that's not smart. That's not wise. I could tell you how to build credit. As I build my credit, I fucked it up, but it was up there at some point. I could tell you how to not get a girlfriend. I could tell you how to stay away from certain situations. I could tell you how to survive in jail. I could tell you a lot of things. Practice what you preach. That's not for everybody, bro. Because a lot of these books, a lot of the research that I do is not for me. It's for people who need my help. A lot of people do this. I don't know why it's just a foreign concept to some people. But at the end of the day, I do want to say this, bro. You want to think with your own mind. That's the best mind you could have. You saying that you don't want to do something and practice certain advice because that person doesn't practice it themselves, that's you not thinking for yourself. That's you being a sheep. That's you being led by nature that just doesn't make sense. That's you not thinking for yourself. Looking at the materials and the state of that person, that's not wise. It's not as wise as you think. Not at all. Okay, I don't need somebody to be a fireman to tell me how to put out a fucking fire, okay? I know how fire works. I know how fire works. I know how heat works, molecules, all kind of shit. That's relevant. I could use my best judgment and apply the common sense that I have to the situation. So no, I don't need you to be a fireman to tell me how to put out fires. No. I don't need you to be a reformed crackhead that hasn't smoked crack in 30 years to tell me to not smoke crack, cuz I know that's bad already. I know that's bad already. But if I just needed that extra push to say, if I'm just sitting around like, you know what, I think I want to try something different. I want to try some crack. And then 3 days before I'm about to buy some crack, a crackhead says, bro, never smoke crack. I never had the sensation where I just wanted to smoke crack. So that's not really a good example. But you get it. Don't be so emotional and irrational where you need somebody to be the perfect display of that information. You need somebody to be the perfect example and to have the perfect life. Because that, number one, that doesn't exist. Number two, that you sound like a dick rider. And number three, that's just not wise, bro. That's just not wise. And if your standards are that low where people can just wow you with their materials or what have you, then you need to fix something in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you should be able to take advice from a homeless person, a baby, a toddler, a old ass lady, anybody, bro. It is what it is. But I spoke on this long enough, man. Just get out your emotional mind and get the advice from people. Get the information, bro. Get the information and do the research. Don't just throw this whole person's philosophy in the garbage just because you're scared. All right, man. It is what it is. It's not what it's not, man. That's Aaron Moses. I'm the band. You the bane with the bane together. Man, life's in the breath. Breathe it in. Peace. Gang.